trailer itself, but one IBC is 2,000 liters. Oh my gosh, the black car again! Are you kidding me? Stupid thing. Screw you, red car. Okay. Alright, gang. Welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. Today is a big one. I made a lot of updates, a lot of upgrades off camera. We have a legitimate yard. I spent a lot of money too. You can see it. I upgraded some equipment. I added a bunch of stuff to our farm as far as the yard goes. It's a big day. Let me talk you through what I've done. First off, I upgraded our water trailer. We got a nice big massive water trailer now, so we're able to carry our water back and forth from the sheep to the hydroponic. I put a little dirt track in going down to the water just to make it easier. You can also notice we don't have a tent there anymore. I upgraded that. I will show you that shortly. Let's walk around to the right here. You can see the next big upgrade upcoming. We've got a silo now on our yard, which is going to be fantastic because I believe that field down there is ready to harvest. So I don't know for sure if it's the best time to sell it. If it is, we'll just go straight and sell it. If not, our plan is to go ahead and drop that into our silo and keep it until it's the best time to sell. And our yard now has an actual barn. It's a pretty big barn. I'm fairly happy with it. Deep barn, it is almost full already, but we do have plenty of room to stack stuff on top of each other. As you can see, I've done it a few different items that you're going to typically use together. But we do have a little bit more room to put into there. We've got more room to put another barn there, or maybe a barn there even if we want to. So we've got some room. I also put a nice little rock wall on the outside just to keep it up. I think it looks pretty nice. I think I did an okay job there. And finally, we made two other upgrades. One, you can see two of them from here. We have a little trailer home for us instead of living in the tent. So this is a huge upgrade for us. It's going to be really nice. And we have a diesel tank. So we can actually just fill up our tractors or any other equipment that we might buy that takes diesel here without having to drive all the way back up to the shop. Those are the upgrades I made off camera trying to fix our yard to make it look a little bit better. I think we did an okay job, gang. I think it looks pretty good. We've got plenty of room to continue to upgrade. We're going to continue to upgrade. We've got to get some kind of a tool shop or a tool shed or something to put in to fix our tractors. That's really the next step. And then what I mentioned, I don't know if it was the last episode, maybe the episode before that, what I plan to do with the Digestate. We still haven't put that down yet either, but that will be coming soon enough. So, I built this track as well. I don't think I mentioned that to you, but I built the track that goes all the way down here to the end. So it'll be really nice. We've got it split off. My ideal situation would be is to combine that field over there with this field that's just grass that hasn't been turned into a field yet. Ideally, that's what I would like to do. We'll see if that actually ends up coming to fruition or not. But yes, our soybeans are ready to harvest. They got an 81-ish, 80-81-ish yield bonus, which should be really good for us. Now, as far as the soybeans go, I don't know if it's the best time to sell them or not. I typically have been trying to put that around when it's the best time to sell them. July. It is the best time to sell them, and they are dropping. So we need to get that harvested as soon as possible. We need to get that trailer out of the way, first of all. So let me just jump into the John Deere here. I am still dealing with a sinus cold infection thing, so bear with me. I apologize. My nose and I'm sure my voice sounds nasally. Not a whole lot I can do, unfortunately, right now. I'm just going to leave it there for right now. Got to get the harvester going. Once we get this going, we'll go around the headland, as we typically do. We'll throw it on a worker, and then we'll bring the trailer over there at that point. But how do you feel about the upgrades I made? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Would you have done something differently? Let me know down below. I feel like I did an okay job. I'm not the best at doing the whole placing things down and making them look relatively realistic. I know that's not as good as some other people have done, but I was trying to use the level land and make sure that it was pretty flat. I really don't like it when it's not flat anyway, so I'm just not as good at making it look as realistic as some of these other guys, I think. But in any case, getting off tangent a little bit. Let me know what you think down below. So let's get this soybeans going, gang. This is exciting. It's our second field we ever had, second harvest we've ever done. Hoping for a big payday here. I think if we remember correctly from the last time, this field is bigger than that first field was. At least it was a little bit bigger. I think I made it. I think I expanded it the next drill we did, next planting we did. I think I expanded it a little bit, but I still think this one's bigger. Missed a piece. So I don't think we'll put down my plan for that Digestate today. I was potentially going to do it today, but it'll probably be the next episode. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, where's the best place to sell at? It looks like the co-op is almost, well, it's about $300 more. So, it's probably one we're going to have to drive all the way up there for, I think. If it was only $100 or so per 1,000 liters, I would just sell it here. But that's a pretty big increase. But we'll see. We'll just see how much we get, I guess. I'm expecting to have a couple trailer loads, so that's why I'm saying we'll see how much we get. We've got these trees up here that we can cut down. We didn't finish the trees over there. We just took down a few of them and sold them and hoped that that was going to be enough, and it was sufficient enough. So we do have trees to sell. That won't be today, but that is a kind of a fail-safe for us. When we need that last bit of money to get another field or whatever it is we're wanting to buy, we'll then be able to do so because we kept these trees. So that's kind of my plan with the trees, because we don't have that many, so there's really no reason for us to... I know some of the guys have been sawmills in, things like that, but until we get a plot of land that has a bunch of trees on it, there's really no reason for us to do that, and I don't even know if we're going to get to that point, kind of where we are. The only way we could really do it, where we would get a bunch of trees, where it would make sense, is if we went down here to 24, which maybe we will. I mean, it's not that far away from us, so maybe we will, but my next plan, ideally, is to grab plot 23 here, or 50, whatever you want to call it. I want to kind of either go this way or go north. I don't want to go to the east too much, mostly because we've got that water in our way, right? So if I buy this one, we got to come up here and then drive all the way down here and come down. And if we keep doing that, it's just going to make it longer and longer and longer. And unfortunately, it won't allow me. I already tried. It won't allow me to put a bridge over the river anywhere I want if it's on my land. I'm not considered to be owning the river. It won't allow you to own the river. So, because of that reason, I can't put a bridge anywhere I want over that. So, we have to be a little bit more precise with what we're doing, because that's the only bridge until you get all the way down to here, right? There's no other bridge. So, I really don't want to go too much further this way, at least on this side of the river. I'd rather just stay down in this section and then maybe go north a little bit up in this area. Just easier to get to from the bridge and from our main yard. So, like I said, if we expanded enough, we'll probably build another like tiny little mini yard that has a shed or something and leaves the equipment there for whatever that field is going to be. We'll probably keep that field, you know, one specific thing or two specific things, whatever it may be, just to make it easier on us and we don't have to drive things back and forth so much. That's the idea, at least, but we'll just have to see how things go. So we've got 55% already. And that was just around the headland. So I feel like that's a pretty good yield right there. Man, I'm having a lot of fun with this challenge, man. I can't stop doing videos. Ideally, I would have, you know, taken a couple days off and tried to get over this sickness, but I'm just having so much fun with it. This is like the third one in a row I've done back to back. I'm doing this on a Saturday. I started this morning early because I woke up early because of this sinus thing. So it is now about 12:30 my time, 12:45 my time. So we got a lot of things we can accomplish today. I don't know how much we're going to get done. So ideally, we need to re-drill this field pretty much immediately. I don't want to keep this field empty. So we'll probably get onto that pretty quickly, I think. And then we've got the big field we bought last episode, which really all we did with it was, put the yard in. We really didn't do anything else besides that and mow it, obviously. There is that section up there we haven't even touched as far as mowing goes. So we can do that today. We can put a field in over here. We can drill or at least cultivate the potential for a field over there. I just don't know how much time we're going to have. A lot of these episodes lately have been about an hour long, and I'm not saying that I don't like doing hour-long episodes. I just feel like it's hard for people to watch an hour-long episode. I know it's hard for me to watch an hour-long episode. So it probably will continue to be hour-long episodes as I say that, but you get what I mean. I'm trying to explain that ideally it would be around 30 minutes or so. I just think it's a little bit easier for people to watch the whole way through. And a lot of this, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. As far as like the mowing stuff, like I'm doing that. That's just the same thing over and over again. There's no reason for me to constantly be showing you the same mowing techniques, right? I need to do something different. And that's something I was thinking about too, is potentially upgrading our mower. Right? We talked about it in the comments. I know some of you have many episodes ago. We'll go ahead and put that on a worker and get our trailer going because we're almost full. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know yet. Ideally, I want to make this a pretty big field over here. I have some other plans for that entrance over there. I like the entrance a lot. I like that really big entrance, big grand scheme entrance. Yeah, we're going to have to stop him midway here to fill this up, unfortunately. Because we have crop destruction on, so I can't just drive in the crop. I almost always have actually, I do always have crop destruction on. I just don't like it. I don't like not having crop destruction on. I think it's too unrealistic. Saying that some of the things you do in this game are unrealistic, but I feel like that's something that you can easily do, right? You don't have to have driving through the crop. Is just it's another complete ridiculous layer. Alright. 32% full. Now, the harvester wasn't full. Great. It was at 93% or something like that, but still got a lot to get through here, so this is definitely going to be at least, I don't know, 3 trailer loads? Maybe more? I really like the way that yard came out, man. I really, truly do. We've got a lot more things, really, we need to put down in the yard. Probably make the yard a little bit bigger, too. But I really like the way it turned out. I had originally thought the silo that you're looking at straight ahead, the blue silo, I really thought about putting it in the yard area somewhere. But the more I looked at it, I don't know, I just kind of liked it off the main road here that connects, you know, some of our pieces together. I don't know why, I just liked it better there, so that's where I put it. And by doing that, it gives us a little bit more room in the yard for future expansions. Other sheds, we're going to need some, I'm sure. Other items to stick into the yard. So what we're going to do here, gang, is I'm going to go down to the end of this one more time, and then I'm going to put it on a worker. We're going to leave this tractor and trailer here with it. Whenever it's full, we'll come back over and fill it up. I'm going to go jump into the Fiat. We're going to get the cultivator, and we're going to at least cultivate a line for that field right there. I was thinking about doing mowing. We did mowing yesterday. We did mowing last episode. Let's cultivate. We'll also probably take a peek at the sales shop, see if there's anything out there. I doubt there will be. There hasn't been lately for us. They're early on, we got lucky with that baler being out there. And then we got the windrower recently. But, I mean, the windrower is basically a plateau. It wasn't really an upgrade. It was almost the exact same width. It was just a little bit cheaper because it was used. So we sold our other one and made a few $1,000 off it, which, you know, allowed us to help buy that plot of land so successfully. All right. So let's take a look real quick and see what's in the sale. Nothing. Pretty much what we saw towards the end of yesterday's episode. Well, yesterday's episode. I say yesterday's episode. It's the last episode. I don't know if this is coming out back to back or not. I've been trying to do 3, and some of them Monday and Tuesdays come out back to back, but I don't know for sure if this one is or not. I think it is. That's why I said that, but now that I'm rethinking it, it could not be. So slurry distributor, planter, but it's not a direct drill. I like that planter a lot. I just wish it was a direct drill. I really don't like having to cultivate every single time. So we'll leave that one be. Let's jump in here. We'll get our outline going. It's going to be a pretty big field. Truly it is. And we may have to encroach on the field a little bit as time progresses here, when we need more room in the yard. Uh-oh. Got underneath that windrower. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. I'm hitting everything. We may have to encroach on the field, like I was saying, as time goes on. But for the most part, we should be okay to keep the yard as we make it. This is going to be a pretty big one. I'm going to have to come around and do some touch-ups. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to have to touch it up a little bit, but... Excuse me. This damn sickness, gang. Killing me. I always seem to get the same kind of sinus cold infection every time the seasons change. I don't know why. Ever since I got a little bit older, it seems to happen to me. I don't understand it. I don't know why. Now I'm in my late 30s, but until I got to my 30s, I never had any issues whatsoever. Had never had any sinuses, never had anything. And I hit 30, and all of a sudden now it's no matter what I do. Maybe asking, why am I not getting closer? I could get closer, but eventually, I've got plans for this area eventually. It's going to be a while because it's just a waste of money, honestly. It's not really something we should even be considering for this challenge. So since I'm trying to do 50 episodes, I'm going to wait and probably do something of that towards the end of the series. It just gives me a little bit more room to play with my idea to kind of close out the series and make it look a little bit more realistic. But that depends on if everything comes to fruition and we have enough money to do it. So we'll see. We'll see. In hindsight, seeing Rusty do his online, I really should have did that. Give myself a little bit of play money to, work on the field a little bit. By doing some, manipulating of the land a little bit for free, without having to utilize some of the in-game money for this challenge. It's always hindsight, though, right? So I'm leaving that grass area there specifically for a reason. I don't know if I'm going to expand the yard into it or if I'll use it for my idea that I have, but that'll be another item that will come in the future. Will not be today. Likely will not be the next episode either, but a future episode. So you have to stay tuned, so you can see what that is and why I did that. Very specific reason for it. Alright, we need to grab this tractor real quick. The harvester is almost full. So I'll tell you what, gang, we're going to go ahead and throw a time lapse in here. We'll get all this done. And I don't know if we're going to get the cultivating done today. That is a very, very big field we're making. By far the biggest field we're going to have if we make that an entirely one field. I could potentially split it into two, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's at least get it done as much as we can. At least until this field is completely harvested. And then we can decide from there. Alright, that's one full trailer load, gang. That's actually... It took longer than I expected to get to be a full trailer load, but hopefully moving forward we'll have a better chance to get even better yield because we do have a roller now. And when we do this drill, I plan to get a fertilizer and lime spreader too. So I also did buy one other thing. You may have already noticed it. I didn't show it to you. It's not here, but you may have noticed it because I didn't point anything out. I did also buy an upgraded liquid fertilizer trailer for our hydroponic greenhouse. It's not here. It's still at the shop. We don't need it yet, so I just haven't gone and picked it up and brought it back yet. But in any case, it is here. I don't know why I'm going here. We said we were going to go up to the main shop, didn't we? Yeah, yeah, we're going up to the main shop. So let's pop that up there. We'll head up to the shop, gang. I'll at least show you what the liquid fertilizer trailer looks like when we're up there. Still won't be able to pick it up, but we got that as well. So this field is taking a long time to cultivate. We just got a little portion of it done. Hesitant to put it on a worker. The worker always ends up going further than you want them to go, and it kind of makes me upset. I mean, I could potentially give it a shot. I'm just afraid they're going to go further than I want them to, so I haven't been doing that. I would also potentially, in the long run here, like to upgrade the cultivator as well. I don't even know if that's possible. We've got the 200 horsepower limit, so I don't even know if it's physically possible for us to be able to upgrade it, but ideally I would like to. I got to remember to drive on the actual road here and not try to go through the grass, because this is our land here and we can easily drive through it and ruin it. Good thing I had the map still up, because I probably would have done that. So this is going to take a bit to get up there. This tractor is not as powerful as our Fiat. For obvious reasons, it will be slower to get up there. But I will see you when we get up to the shop. Alright, gang, we're pulling up here to the shop. Same issues we had previously. Our harvester's almost full again. But there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But there is our liquid fertilizer trailer that I bought. It's an upgrade, so it can hold an entire IBC of it, which is good for us. Alright, so we're going to sell this here. I'm hoping for a decent payday out of this, since it is the highest it can be, even though it is dropping. If we can get, out of this one trailer load, if we can get 30,000, I don't know if that's, that might be too much. I might be asking too much. But if we can get that amount, I think I'm pretty happy with it. We're getting more than that. We're getting a lot more than that, gang. 81 grand out of that one trailer load. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. We got some money to work with now, gang. This is good. This is real good. We might not get another full trailer load out of that field when we get back, but should still be a relatively high payday at that price. That's what I'm talking about, baby. See you guys back at the farm. Back here at the farm, yes, and as you would expect, the harvester has been sitting here waiting for us to unload into the trailer for probably a while, unfortunately. So we're just wasting money, but that's okay. So, likely won't be another trailer load. I said 3, I'm way off. We might get close to 2, but that's going to be the extent of it. But still, I mean, we should be in the mid-200s, or near it, by the time this is done. Alright, let's see how much we can get done of this field while we wait on the harvester to finish. Alright, gang, I believe the harvester is, well, I think it has one more pass, but it's nearly done. We almost got this field done, actually, in the time that it took to harvest that field, which I actually wasn't expecting. I was expecting it to take longer. In the interim, I did check to see if there was a different, bigger cultivator we could get. There is not. This, at least, maybe I can go online to the Mod Hub and see if I can find another one out there that allows create fields. But as far as cultivators that allow create fields, this is the biggest, the widest one I can get under 200 horsepower. So, fortunately, we're stuck with this one, which we kind of said we were going to keep all the fields a little bit smaller anyway, just because our harvester is so small. And I did check that as well, and there's really no other harvester we can get that gives us a wider header for it. So we just need to keep all the fields relatively small. This is probably the biggest one I'd be willing to do. It's not that much bigger than other fields. It's probably pretty close, actually, to being the same size. It just looks a little bit bigger because of the weird shape it is. So, no upgrades there. We've got 200 grand. By the time we sell this next set of soybeans, I'm predicting mid 200s, maybe a little higher than that. Depends on how much of that trailer is full. So we should have a nice payday for us. So the other thing we could potentially do instead of selling those soybeans now is we could look at potentially putting down some kind of production for soybeans. I don't know what's out there. I'm going to have to take some time to look at that. So I may do that before we drive this all the way up to the farm shop. It takes a long time to get up there. I don't really necessarily want to drive the soybeans up there if we can find a production that would make us more money in the long run here. So let's get this filled up. It should be close to being a full trailer load, which means it should be higher than, we should be sitting higher than 250 if we decide to take it to the shop. And the other question is, if we do find some kind of production, where do we put it, right? Where are we going to put that production at? Don't know that answer. Let's just take a peek while we're here. Productions, factories. What do we got for soybeans? Anything. That's got canola and sunflowers. Soon enough, we're going to get the... I still, like I mentioned, and I still plan to do it, when that smaller field over there by the entry to our yard is harvested, we're going to get a some kind of root crop planter and harvester. So probably carrots. I want to do carrots. I haven't done carrots yet because it's in the expansion. I haven't done it yet. I'd like to do it. So, ooh, fish farming. We could do fish farming. Now that would be fun. I don't know what else I need. Besides, I mean, I don't know what that item is in the middle. I don't know what that is. But this could be fun. Fish farming. I've never done fish farming. We'd have to, you know, take out part of this area here, or take out something over here that we just did. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that or not, but fish farming could be a lot of fun. What else do we have in here? Ooh, I would love to do some hops. I don't know what some of that stuff is either, but I would love to do hops. Hops would be fun. Grain mill, yeah. We don't really need that right now. Ooh, there we go. Soy drink production. What is it with that soy drink? What is in there? What's with, I don't know how to figure that out. Soy drink production. Is that sugar? I don't know what that is. Let me look through this, gang. Let's see if we can figure something out. Alright, gang, we made up our mind. We now have a barn. A legitimate red barn. Very happy about it. I did a little bit more landscaping. We spent some money, as you can see. Just trying to make it look a little bit neater since it's up a little bit higher than everything else. It did take away a little bit of the land that we just literally cultivated, but that's okay. It didn't take up that much. Just a very short amount. But this is it. I have all the markers on just because I want to make sure I had it turned the correct way. We're going to make a few more modifications to it. I'm all loopy, gang. Medicine and everything, I'm all loopy. So we want... So what I've been doing, I don't even know if you guys noticed it. You can when you go from this perspective. I added in little blotches here and there to try to make it look a little bit more like realistic gravel. Just because I think most of the time gravel's not going to look exactly the same, and that's kind of how it looked around our area. So just trying to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more realistic. I'm going to make most of this gravel, even though technically it probably would be dirt around it. We're going to make it look a little bit more like what we have currently going on here. Oh, I don't have the right... That's animal mud. It's not the right thing. Where's my mud at? Dirt. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Love that, dude. That looks awesome. Our yard's really coming together now, gang. It's truly coming together. And we probably will continue to encroach onto this crop field here. At least that was my original idea, is eventually as we continue to carry on and make more money, we'll just expand stuff out this way on this dirt path here. I just think it makes a lot of sense doing that. Keeps everything kind of in one central location for the most part. I understand that some of the time it may not be beneficial if we expand out far enough where we have to drive it really far to get here, but hopefully by the time that comes, we will have some kind of a semi to be able to carry that stuff, and the semi is going to be able to go much faster. So we'll go ahead and take the harvester back here, drop it back off at our barn. We'll see what's in that trailer. It's not a full trailer load, but it should be close. We're going to put it into our red barn we just placed, and we'll begin making something as long as we have all the proper resources we need in there to do so. I don't know. We may need something else. But either way, we at least have something now where we can produce different items from our crop. I don't think I did too bad of a job on that rock wall. I think it looks pretty alright. Looks pretty alright. I love the barn though. Gosh, I love that. I love a red barn. An old red barn like that. It's phenomenal. Alright, let's turn that off. Actually, let's lower the header. And we'll turn that off. We'll jump into this. 90%, so almost a full trailer load, actually. That's pretty daggone good. It's going to be slow moving here. This tractor, as I have mentioned, is much lower on power than our Fiat. We got enough money where we could potentially upgrade the tractor, but I don't want to do it yet. I would like to actually have 3 tractors. I know that sounds crazy, but if we had 3 tractors, we could have 3 things going at the same time. We could be putting down lime and or fertilizer. We could be spraying, and we could be drilling, all at the same time. And that's really the most ideal situation. We also could be cultivating and then having, something be planted. I believe the trigger was here on the corner for this one, I think. Yep. Alright, perfect. Soybeans are going in. Now, I don't know where the trigger was to set it up. Let me turn that on until I figure that out. Maybe there's not. Maybe you just have to go into the map. I guess there's not. I guess you just have to go into the map to do it. No, it's right here. Right in front of my face. I'm blind. Blind as bat. Okay, soybeans. What can we create with soybeans? Soybeans drink. I have to have water. Okay, well, we Good thing is we've got that big, massive water tank that I got, which is good for us, so we can create soybean drink. But look at all this stuff we can create in here. Tomato sauce. What can we create with lettuce? Because we have lettuce. Mixed salad. We need tomatoes too, so we'd have to build another. Unless there's something else that we can... Ooh, we can do canola oil. Yeah. This is fantastic. This is going to be great for us. We're going to use this so much. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, well, let's put on the soybeans drink for now at least, because that is something we can do currently. Let's go drop our trailer off. I'm just going to put it over here for right now. I feel like it's going to be in the way again relatively soon. I feel like that field will be ready to harvest. If it's not the next episode, it'll be the following episode. So we're just going to put this over here with the other trailer. Oh. If I can actually back it up properly without hitting the other one, we're going to put that there. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Let's go pick up our water trailer here. Let's go fill it up. I think it's empty. I'm pretty sure I put all the water I could put in for our sheep and for our lettuce. For our hydroponic greenhouse, I should say. Probably build another hydroponic right next to it. I feel like that's pretty smart and probably enough room to do it. Yeah, it's got plenty of water. 16,000. I'm not worried about it. But now you get to check out this little section here. So unfortunately, there is a little lip down here from our tent. I can't fix it. Excuse me. And that's because they consider this to not be my land. So there's not a whole lot I can do. But I think it still gets the point across of what I'm trying to do here. So the nice thing about this water tank is we don't have to make as many trips because it holds so much, but it does take a lot longer to fill up. So, and obviously it's much more difficult to get up this hill. It's not a big hill, but it is a hill. So it takes a while for the tractor to get going. If I had the Fiat, it'd be a little bit easier, I think, because it has obviously more horsepower, more torque. But this John Deere can do it. It can do it. Just got to be patient with it. Hard to break too. Hard to get it to stop. All right, let's fill that up. Let's see how much it's going to take. All right, where's the trigger at? It's over here somewhere. There it is. All right, quick save. It should be creating it now. We've got everything storing, which is what we want for now. Soy drink. Now, as far as selling the soy drink, where do I sell? Can I sell it at our little market shop? Or do I have to put down another sell point for it? Soy drink. Soy drink. Here we go. I can sell it at the market stall. Perfect. It really doesn't have much of a flux at all. A52 to A28. So that's perfect. It's July. About as low as you're going to get right now. That's alright. We're going. How much water can this thing hold? I should have checked that. Oh, it can hold a lot. Let's go get another load of water here, gang. Alright, I went up and got 2 different loads of water there, gang. So hopefully we'll be getting a lot closer to being full. And actually, we're going to be about halfway full. So we got a lot of water to do. I can do all of that off camera. So we're going to go ahead and let that be. Let's go ahead and finish this up here. And then I'm going to, when that water's empty... Oh, I forgot to turn on the create fields. When that water is empty, I'm going to have the tractor start drilling that field. We will not drill this field today. We're going to get it cultivated. We're not going to drill it today, though. And drill that field over there. We'll spray that field probably by a lime and fertilizer spreader for it as well. I will take a look and make sure it needs lime first of all. If it doesn't, then we can wait and get the fertilizer spreader in the next episode. The fertilizer lime combo spreader, I should say. But I would assume that it needs lime now that it's been drilled and harvested. Because I'm pretty sure our first field over there, once we did it, said it needed lime. So I would expect that to be the case here as well. Let's get this done. Alright, gang, I was hoping to be able to get that field done with what we had in it, but it appears we're going to run out of fertilizer. So, with that said, I was going to wait to do one of these in another episode. This has been a very, very big episode as far as upgrades and additions. I was hoping to kind of break this up a little bit so I had something else, you know, that was kind of cool to show you guys in a different episode, but it appears we're going to have to do it in this episode. Well, I guess we don't have to, but I want to. So, because I don't want to spend the money when we don't have to. So what we're going to do is, once I get up here to the end of this row here, I'm going to take that off a worker, and we're going to put down what we're going to buy for the Digestate. We're basically going to take our Digestate and turn it into solid base fertilizer. So that's going to save us a ton of money in the long run. Because we're just going to have it there from the Digestate. And that's why I said sometimes we may have plenty of Digestate in there where we don't need to move it or distribute it, I guess, to this facility. But until we get that facility maxed out on solid fertilizer, we're going to be utilizing this to our advantage. So what we're going to do with it is we're going to put it kind of in an awkward spot, but I kind of like where it is at the same time because it's very similar to, well, very similar. It's almost touching our methane plant, which is, you know, more realistic if you're going to be distributing something from one spot to another. So I believe it's in factories. It might be a selling point, but I think it's factories. Yes, this is it. 50 grand. It's pretty expensive. It's a slurry and digestate dryer. And so it will create mineral fertilizer for us, which is extremely useful. So I kind of had the idea of putting it somewhere like in here, just because it's similar, it's closer to the BGA, the methane plant, like I said. And that way, it's a little more realistic saying it's coming from that big silo right next to us into here to make that fertilizer. Good enough for me. It's not going to be perfect. We're going to have to, you know, work with the land a little bit in here, but I don't think it's too bad. So, I think it was here. Yes, it was. And we want, well, quick save here. We want to store that indeed. And we want to turn the Digestate on. And then we need to go find our other production here. And we don't want that. We're on the wrong thing. Here we go. And we want to change the output mode to distributing. Now, it'll probably wait till the next hour before it clicks over, I would assume. But once that hour clicks over, we'll be able to then get some Digestate, I hope. It just literally clicked over, so I literally was a little late. I probably should have did it a few minutes earlier. But that's okay. We'll leave this here for right now. We can go ahead and finish the rest of that. I'll speed up time ever so slightly just so we can make sure we get the field done and not just sit around wasting time on camera. We'll just keep an eye on it. Make sure we wait until we get to 2 o'clock, 1400 hours. It's 2 o'clock, right? Two more passes of this and we should be done. Again, I won't be putting in anything in this episode. It's already been a hefty, long episode. I'd like to wait and put something in this field in the following episode. But we will complete that episode today. It also means we're going to be buying a lime spreader. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did take a peek at the actual field itself. It does say it needs lime. So, we're going to get some lime. Our drill is already putting down the first layer of fertilizer. That's why we're waiting on that drying for the Digestate to turn it into solid state fertilizer. So we can fill up our drill. It's putting the first one down, so we don't have to put an application of fertilizer down because that first one's already being put down. We just have to wait until the crop is germinated and we can put down the second application of fertilizer at that point. Probably by the time we get up here to the end of this, it'll hit 2 o'clock. And we should have some fertilizer being created. Hopefully. As long as we did everything correctly. Certainly not something I like to do, but we have been utilizing the time speed a lot lately. Yeah. There. We just got money somehow. I don't know what we sold, but we got money. Maybe we didn't get money. Oh, the field's done. So that's good. Drop it down to where it's supposed to be at 3 times. We got our first soy drink, which is cool. Nice having that. Oh yeah, here's the disaster I made in the barn. I hit everything on the way out. I'll fix that off camera. Don't you worry. Alright. Let's run over here. It is making fertilizer. Yes. Good. That's what we want. Okay, now I've got to figure out how to get it out of here. For whatever reason, it's not, there we go. I guess I have to open up the tap for it to accept it. It's not full, but it should work. We don't need that much to finish that field. This should do it. So we can take this back over here, get the worker going on it. We can get the sprayer out and get the spraying going on that field. We have 95,000. It's not a whole lot of money, but I want to buy another tractor based off of what I said. I Ideally, we probably should be waiting to buy another plot of land, but I'm thinking we'll get a decent chunk from the grass here, hopefully, and hopefully all these productions that we are now doing will end up making us more money in the long run than if we were just to sell the crop as it is. I'm gonna fix this. Let's touch this little area up. We probably should have touched this area up to begin with the cultivator, because it's kind of not a perfect straight line, and I know it's almost impossible to do it, especially on console. It's nearly impossible to get a perfect straight line in Farm Simulator, but it drives me insane not having a straight line. I'm just OCD about it or something. I don't know. Saying that, we're still not fixing it, but it just drives me a little cuckoo. All right, there we go. So we'll throw this back on a worker. Actually, you know what? I think it's going to be faster. Well, I don't know for sure if it'll be faster. I think it will be on a worker, though, if we go up and down. It's gotten a little far now for us to probably do the up and down, but for it to make a real big difference, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright. So we need to move the roller out of the way for now and get to the sprayer. We need to buy another tractor. So maybe we do that first, but let's at least move this stuff out of the way because we're going to need it. And that's the real reason why I put the roller and the sprayer back to back, is because normally we're going to use those or utilize those the exact same time, so it just makes sense to stick them back to back. We got a full thing of fertilization in here, so shouldn't need another IBC of that. Let's do a quick peek here at ooh, there's a bale trailer out there. I don't really need that. Machine takes straw bales, use them to cover the ground for animal husbandry straw. We don't need that right now. I mean, we're going to probably do them eventually, but we don't have the animals that require that at this point yet. Small tractors. Let's peek in here. I will be right back once I figure out what tractor we're going to buy. Alright, gang, this is what we're going to go with. The Case 46 Series 4-wheel drive. 46 Series 4-wheel drive, I should say. 150 horsepower, turbo. It's a very nice tractor. I love these old International Case. The old International tractors are awesome. So we're going to go with this, and it's not too pricey, so it's good for our bank account. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that tractor right now. We're going to bring back our tank of liquid fertilizer for our hydroponic greenhouse as well, since we're up here. Has 57% in the actual trailer itself, but one IBC is 2,000 liters. Oh my gosh, the black car again! Are you kidding me? Stupid thing! Screw you, red car. Okay. Like I was saying, we'll get back to the farm. It holds more than one IBC, but it does not hold 2 full IBCs. I didn't want to leave an IBC up at the shop, so that's the reason why it only has 57%. In any case, we'll get this back to the farm. We'll drop it off, put this on the roller, and we're going to get going, gang. Alright, gang, pulling back to the farm. Look at these tiny little beacons on this thing. It's hilarious. I need to turn off the interactive zone markers now that we knew there that was. We don't need that anymore. The little beacons are hilarious. In comparison to now what you see now, how big the beacons are. Alright, let's just fill this up because we're here. Figure it's going to take all of it. Well, almost all of it. Our water trailer's kind of in the way of our turnaround that I built. I built a little bit of a turnaround there since I figure we're going to be utilizing that so much for our barn here, for our production. But that's okay. Just going to stick it there. Probably not the most ideal position, but we're going to put it there anyway. We can fix that off camera later on. let's get the roller out. Let's get this going. I love this tractor. This tractor's awesome, man. I'm upset. I mean, maybe it wasn't there. Maybe I just recently downloaded it with another pack that I got, but I'm just upset I didn't see that the first time. I would have bought this as the first tractor we had if I would have saw it. Pumping out that black smoke, baby. That's what we all like, right? I'm actually going to start it down here, I think. Yeah, he's not doing the best of job up there, but, you know, let's fix that really quick. Let me get here. Let me let him get to the end here, and then I'm going to hit the headland here really quick, and that's probably because of those trees, honestly. That's the reason why they're having an issue, or that she's having an issue. He's having an issue. I don't know. Yeah, because he's going all the way through there on that time. It's just the trees that he's having an issue with. Alright, we went around the headland there, and we'll send her on her way. She's going to go ahead and take care of the rest. She shouldn't be an issue anymore, hopefully. Go ahead and unroll this, get this prepped, and stick it on a worker and get the rolling going. You guys know I hate it. My least favorite job is rolling. We need a better roller, truly. We need a bigger roller, really, is what we need, but we gotta work with what we got within our means here. We spent a lot of money. A lot of money. Alright, let's get spraying. I know, I don't know about anybody else doing the challenge or not, if they like it or not. I don't know if I've heard, but some other individuals, Daggerwin, everybody knows who he is. I know he hates spraying, which is funny to me because I love it. Don't know why, I just do. I like it a lot. We should have bought our lime while we were up there. Kind of screwed that up a little bit, but that's okay. Can only do so much with 3 tractors anyway. Let's get this done, gang. Alright, gang, we're going to go head up and pick up a fertilizer spreader and lime spreader now. Because I've done as much as I can do. This is a very wide width compared to what we're currently being put down on the actual field itself. So we've caught up to the actual drill. We really shouldn't be doing that until the drill is done. So because of that reason, we're going to wait and go pick up our fertilizer spreader that can do that. So I'm trying to figure out what I want. We don't have a whole lot of money to work with. I'm thinking I'm going to use this one right here, 36,000. Gives us 20 grand still. It's going to cost us probably 8-ish grand for a bunch of lime to put into that. So not cheap by any means. Not even close. I was also thinking of maybe doing this one. 42 meter width is massive. It's bigger than the Lancer Maximus 12,000. And it is cheaper. So that may be the one I go with, honestly. But that's the... No, I guess it is a sprayer. I was going to say maybe that's just an expansion, but no, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be one of those two, right? I mean, we could try to get this one 20 meters. Maybe that's really all we need, honestly. And it's 15 grand, so maybe that's what we go with. It is a smaller size, though. But not by much. 3,200 versus 2,600. 20 meters. I feel like 20 meters is almost plenty for how big our size is. This would make it done in seconds. But the line would be gone in seconds too. The nice thing about this is the amount of liters it holds. That's just for straight fertilizer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go... We're not gonna have enough lime to do it if we don't get this one. We're gonna go with this one. It's more expensive, but we're gonna go with it anyway. It's a huge width on it. I mean, truly massive. I'm gonna drop all this stuff off here. It's gonna be kind of awkward, left in a weird place, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'll go pick it up, and I'll see you guys when I'm back here with it. Pulling back up to the farm, man. Look at that. We can see the yard from here. You can see the barn. See the silo. This is great, man. I love the way that this farm is starting to take shape, man. It's great, and I still love this bridge, man. I love that bridge. I love it. I love it. So, one minor modification was made to the tractor itself. This thing is extremely heavy. I had to put a weight on the front. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, I didn't have anything downloaded, I don't think, but I could probably find one. But I couldn't put a. Couldn't buy a weight to stick on the front, so I had to just go with the weight that's standard for the Fiat, which is not a very big weight. So you can see there I almost tipped backwards. This thing is heavy. It holds not even two full bags of lime, so I'm expecting us to not even be able to finish this field, which is a problem. We're gonna have to go up and uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, we're out of seed. Oh boy, well, that's not good. That's really not good. Well, shit. So the only other thing I can put in, which I was thinking about doing already anyway, is I don't know what it's under. There's a silo where you can just buy seed directly from your field. I don't remember which one it's under. It's not the extensions, it's container. I was in the wrong thing. I think it's in here. If I still have it downloaded, I might not even have it downloaded anymore. This like we fill different products, seeds, silo. Maybe I don't have it downloaded anymore. I bet I got rid of it. Small silo buying station. Yeah, this will let you buy seeds, I think. Realistically, we would only need it for our one seed. We wouldn't really need it for anything else than that. So I mean, I don't even know if it's really worth putting down here or not. Probably isn't. Means we have to drive all the way back up and get seed, but we do have a line bag already up there, so maybe we should just do that. Yeah, I guess what? I'll go up there and I'll get the trailer out and I'll go pick up some bags. And actually, I won't be able to take this. I have to get one with a fork, won't I? Shoot. I don't want to go through all of that. Let me go out into the mod hub and see if there's any kind of seed silo where we can buy seeds that's a little bit cheaper than that. Be right back. All right, gang, we're back. I spent a lot more money once again. We did put down a silo that gives us the ability to buy some seed, among other things as well, which is good, I guess, for the long run. I put it over near where our dryer is for our Digestate to create fertilizer, solid fertilizer. Just felt like keeping it near that area made the most sense. I did try to put it next to it. It just wasn't working, unfortunately, so I ended up moving it kind of across the way. But in any case, it should work for us. Probably have to expand this area just ever so slightly as far as turning around and doing things of that nature here. There we go. Perfect. And then fill that up. Perfect. Alright. You can go ahead and turn off those now, and we should be ready to go. Let's get this back on a worker. Let's get this drilled. Let's get that field done, gang. It shouldn't take too long, I hope. And once that's done, we likely will call the episode there. More than likely. It's been a long episode as it is already. Don't think we need to make it any longer. I was talking earlier about trying to make them 30 minutes. That clearly didn't happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen, I don't think, in this series any further. The first 4 or 5 episodes, something like that, were around the 30-minute mark, like where I typically would like to keep them, but that is no longer a possibility, I don't think, anymore. With how big we're making this and how much fun this is. It's just not possible. Alright, we'll get this done, gang. Get the workers all going again. And there we go. Put a little mini time lapse in here to finish this off. We'll do our final and closing remarks and we'll call it an episode, gang. Be back with you guys once this field's done. Oh, and I put it in soybeans again, in case you didn't know. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you saw it. Alright, gang, that is the field pretty much done. We've got to do one quick pass of lime. We will do that. I've got a lot of equipment scattered all over the place. We will clean that up. I will do most of that off camera. I'm going to put this away quickly. We'll go hook back up onto the spreader, finish the lime, and then we'll call the episode there. Now, I am going to have to... I already mentioned that I was going to do it. I didn't do it yet. I feel like we've done a lot of upgrades in this episode. We've spent over $200,000 in this episode. You guys only saw me spend about $200,000, but we spent over that because I had to do everything in the yard, the barns, and everything else. But by far the most we've spent yet. And I don't know if it was really the right choice yet or not, but I'm hoping it was. I'm hoping I'm making more money off the soybeans from that drink than I would just selling those up front. But we will have to get some kind of a tool shop, because adding the weight on the front of this meant that I cannot put the front loader onto this tractor anymore. So we've got to take care of that as well. All right, so this guy is done, evidently. Didn't fold the thing up, which is a little weird, but that's okay. We'll just move it out of the way so we can finish spraying the lime here real quick. Like I said, I will do the rest of taking all of that back to the farm off camera. But yeah, we're going to have to put down a toolkit, some kind of either a toolkit or a tool office or something to be able to actually work on our tractors, so I can flip this back to having a front loader on it. It's not expensive, $1,000, $2,000 for most of it, unless I want to make it look, you know, really, really in-depth and detailed, have like an actual, like, you know, garage or something, then it gets a little pricey. But if I wanted to just put some kind of a workshop on the outside of one of our barns, which is probably what I will end up doing, it shouldn't cost us too much, a couple grand, give or take. It's nice though having this silo here, and I know it was expensive, and we spent a lot of money, and money we probably shouldn't have spent and probably tried to save, but I think this is setting us up for success moving forward. We don't have to drive all the way up there and you know, we don't have to drive all the way up to the shop just to get seeds and lime and, well, fertilizer and all that stuff. The fertilizer, at least for now, as long as we continue to have grass going, is going to be free, which is great, so that's going to save us a ton. Fertilizer is expensive. We have to buy liquid fertilizer for our hydroponic, but the solid-state fertilizer will be free moving forward as long as we continue to buy land and mow grass and put that in there into silage, which I'm assuming we will. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. So I was thinking about the new field we cultivated today, that we're not going to drill today, but we cultivated that today, and what I want to put in there. And I'm thinking we're going to put probably either barley or oats in there, just because we now have the ability to utilize straw for methane as well. And so I think that's our key to success here, and our key to continue to making a ton of money and potentially having a good run at winning this series, even though it's not a challenge. There's not many episodes left. There's not. I think they're all shooting for 25 to 30 episodes, and this is episode 12? 12 now, I think is what I said it was. I don't remember. But in any case, there's not many left. I mean, we're almost halfway through, and that's if we do 25. If we do 30, we're close to halfway. So, gotta get on the hammer here. We're just gonna have to leave that front loader there for right now. Not a lot we can do. Looks like we have 2 pallets of soy drink, which is good. I have no idea how much a 1 pallet of soy drink is even worth. I don't know what's in there. I'm gonna stop and take a look at it here on the way back. This is the problem with lime, though, man. It's just so... You use lime so fast that if you don't have a really big spreader that holds a lot, you're going to be doing a lot of trips back and forth. But I mean, maybe eventually we'll get to a point where we can get a bigger one that just holds more, so we don't have to go back and forth as much. But for now, I think this is sufficient till we make a little bit more funds, and we can sell this and upgrade. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe one will be in the sales shop here at some point. Maybe we'll get lucky with that. But seems kind of pointless here. We're wasting a lot of this lime, but that's okay. At least it's liming part of that field over there, and maybe I should go a little further over, actually, now that I think about that. I don't even know if it actually will accept it with it being grass right now and not actually into a field or not, but since we're using it now, we might as well give it a shot. Alright, one little spot here, and it is done, gang. This should be the best yielding field we've had yet. It should give us a good chunk. Perfect. Yield bonus is at 75% right now, and once we get to 100% fertilized, I'm hoping we get at least over 90 over 90, something like that. We've been getting around 80%, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but another 10%, pretty daggone good. So let's take a look at this pallet real quick, see how much is in a pallet, and then drop this off, and we'll probably call the episode. 700 liters in each one of those. So not that much, but there is still a bunch of soybeans in there. It looks like it runs at a slow pace. That's okay. There's still 11,511 liters in there, so probably by the time we wake up, it should be closer to being finished. Let's see how much they're worth again. I think they said it was like 500 per 1,000 liters, something like that, wasn't it? Hopefully I didn't do this wrong. Hopefully this is smarter for us in the long run. Hopefully we're going to make more money off of this. 855. It's actually as high as it can get. It's higher than it can get right now. Can I pick these up by hand? I can't pick those up by hand. Well, if it's as high as it can get right now, we might as well go sell them, right? That's how I feel, at least. Why wouldn't we? So $598, almost 600 bucks per pallet. I have no idea if that's better than just going and selling them at the shop or not. Kind of feel like it might not be. I have no idea. Probably just depends on the time period, right? It probably was smarter for us to actually go ahead and sell those, or sell the soybeans now because they're high priced. Oh well. Anyway, I digress. We'll leave that episode there, gang. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It is free. It helps me a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. How do you feel about our yard? Did I do a good job? Did I waste too much money? The answer is yes, I did. But do you think it's sufficient to be able to succeed in this series? What other things should I do to the farmyard? Anything else I should be putting down besides the ability to modify and fix our tractors and equipment, which is going to happen very, very soon. Thanks again for watching, gang. Subscribe to my new channel. Subscribe to this channel. This channel is my new channel. Subscribe to my main channel if you have not done so yet. We literally just hit the 750 mark at the time of this recording. By the time this comes out, it's probably going to be a couple weeks past that. So hopefully we're 760 or so. Hopefully by then, but on the road to 1,000 for that one. So if you're watching this one and you enjoy what I'm doing here, I'd appreciate it if you went over there and just hit a sub, completely free. It takes a few seconds of your time. And with that, I'll leave this episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next episode.